Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, playing Quick Draft Crimson Vow and being offered a first pick Manaform Hellkite, which was the card responsible for our last successful. I don't know. I mean, we had some good like 3/3s or something, which is average, but certainly by far our most successful deck in recent memory was powered by Manaform Hellkite. So that's cool. Lefty, I assume, is picking black or white here. The Bloodseeker's really nice. The Minister's pretty solid. There's some support for blue in this pack as well, or even maybe green, but I don't think you would pick Weaver of Blossom second, right? So, at any rate, the one color that Lefty is not going to be excited to pick in this pack is red, so that's a small bonus. We're obviously taking this. I'm just like trying to think about what it might portend for the future. I mean, this is pretty, like, does not work with Manaform Hellkite very well. Egg is a very good card in the right deck. Skullscab is also good in that deck, actually. The problem is if you, like, take Egg, the next guy's taking Skullscab and is going to be excited to take the cards that work with Egg. Maybe. I mean, again, no one is guaranteed to, like, last pack had some decent blue cards. They might very well take, like, Alchemist Retrieval or something, and then go, well, I don't know. I don't think you would pick it that early. I think I should pick something here that is not red. And, like, red-blue is kind of a non-creature spells deck. We could take Chill of the Grave, which is playable. We could just take Egg and be like, hey, it's a creature, but it's a pretty good one if you get the right sack targets for it. The thing is, those won't work with Manaform Hellkite. And I really am inclined to just try to force this because it was so successful last time. Part of the reason it was successful last time is because blue was wide open, though, so like no guarantees that that'll happen this time. We could just take Adamant Will and try to do like red-white stuff. I don't know. I don't really want to like second pick Adamant Will here. I think. I don't know. I think I'm probably supposed to take Skullscab, but I don't really like it because there's. I don't know. Even if I take like a blue card, there's going to be solid support for blue in this pack. Maybe what I can do is, like, say I take Chill of the Grave, right? At some point, someone is going to look into this pack and take out the Egg or the Scab. I don't know who, maybe Lefty, maybe a ways down, but that'll happen before long. And at that point, the pack doesn't really look that good for blue anymore, so we only have one person who's sort of competing for blue, and they don't really want the same cards necessarily. I'm going to try this. God, I don't know. Adamant Will is just, like, so much better as a spell, even though it's sort of in the wrong colors. I bet you can get, like, good non-creature spells in white. We can't take Cruel Witness or something. But most of the spell synergy stuff is in red, not blue. I don't know, there's Wandering Mind. I'm going to take Chill of the Grave and hope for the best. Lantern Bearer is fine. Very, like, a lot of white in this pack. But I'm going to just ignore that signal and take the blue like an idiot. I'll take Visionary, I think is pretty cool. The 2-drop that, like, draws you stuff. And then turns into a 4/3 eventually. And also, by the way, goes face. The Statuette is a non-creature spell, but it's just, like, not very good. I don't want it. Another Lantern Bearer? Sure Strike is... It's a non-creature spell, but... sort of is about having creatures. So is this in a way, but I don't know, I guess it's an enchant. It's a flyer that's useful, and then like if it dies, it's a pretty good non-creature spell. Yeah, I'll take Reckless Impulse. Okay, I'm going to try to draft the same deck I had that previous time, but it's just not going to be as good, I guess. I mean, Syncopate is probably the right choice. Oh no, I'll take Cradle of Safety. It's simpler to use properly. I have trouble with counterspells sometimes. Suitor is pretty cool. I think I'll just take an Heirloom and I don't know. It was cool last time because I had all that draw, and maybe I'll get draw this time. Seems like a very dubious plan. This could see play, I guess. Doubt I'll want two of them. Let's cut that for now. A red-blue land? Huh. I think I'd rather just take Anger. When a creature card is put in my graveyard, it's not going to happen very often. Frenzied Devils, I think, is actually pretty good. I didn't take it last time because I already had like the stuff I needed. In this deck, I have like a bunch of non-creature spells and only one real reason to use them. Reckless Impulse is also fine, but I think I'll take the Frenzied Devils here. A much worse Manaform Hellkite. Sure, I'll take a Flame Breather over like a Vampire's Vengeance. Whispering Wizard. Okay. That synergizes with this. Wrong, I guess. Sideboard and Ambush or another Heirloom? I don't think I'm really going to even run one Heirloom. I don't have so much like expensive stuff or draw really that I want to do that. I don't know. I have a little draw, and these guys kind of like are sort of draw, and you can play them once and then play. They're a mana sink, right, in a way. This is a cantrip, but not a very expensive one. I think I'll take the Ambush in case I end up needing it. Siphon Essence. I was gonna snag Reckless Impulse. Which I think is totally fine. But Siphon Essence always interests me, right? Like, I don't know. You get blood tokens? I don't know. Just give me a card that lets me ignore what opponent is doing and just like do my own thing and sometimes win, sometimes lose. Throng, I guess, like, I don't want these, but they're okay filler to draw on like turn 2, probably. And also, maybe we can finally pick up a Scab to hit him with. Get instants and sorceries back. I don't know, it's not amazing. Okay, that's some draw I could take, I guess. A lot of Heirlooms if I want to run one. Edgar is not a reason to do so. Rending Flame is a pretty good pickup. So is Flame Blessed Bolt. But I believe you like Rending Flame better. Wash Away is just not really that cool. This is a good pack, though. I hope there should be something left for me by the time it comes back. There's like 4 cards in here I'd be happy to take. Draw? I think it has to be the Scattered Thoughts, right? Lacerate Flesh if I really wanted some removal. But I don't really want it enough to do that. More Scattered Thoughts? Okay. It was pretty cool to be drawing all those cards in that previous draft. We'll see if it still works. Or if I lack support for it this time. I don't have quite... I don't have the Raconteur or the second Flame Breather, but I do have a Whispering Wizard. So, and a Frenzied Devils. Might make up for it. Just more anger, I think. I also don't have the Storm Chaser Drake. That was a cool. Fine. Not happy about it. Oh, Flame Breather. I am happy about that. Okay, so yeah, we got lots of cards here that I want to still play. I think I'm taking out the Throngs here. I've found enough to do on 2. And a 4th Impulse? Is that too reckless? Haha. I don't think so. I think it's pretty cool is what it is. Now, I don't have many creatures. Oh, I have 11? Really? I thought I had fewer than that. I guess the Lantern Bearers added up. And I have a lot of Scabs. Okay, so like... the instants and sorceries I can return are fine, and I could kill like Lantern Bearers with them or something. But I think I'd be happy to cut some of these Scabs. Excuse me. They're just not going to hit very good creatures most of the time. And the spells that they're bringing back are going to be worth something, but not a ton. Anyway, give me another one of these, I think. All right, and we're out of good cards. I don't want any stinking Fear of Death. Okay, well, let's go double check the sideboard. Maybe I could put in an Heirloom. I think I turned up with enough draw, actually, that Heirlooms are not bad. Maybe I cut the Scabs for them? Or Chill of the Grave? I don't know, I kind of like Chill of the Grave. I have a couple zombies. Is it just the Scabs? So if I'm cutting them, this gets pretty expensive. Frenzied Devils, I think, are still okay. What if I cut all the Scabs? I could put in both Heirlooms. And... I don't think I want any monstrosities. I could just put in like a Fear of Death and a Serpentine Ambush instead of this Chill of the Grave. Well, actually, I guess this could be an okay combat trick. I have a few creatures that they might try to kill, and, you know, this could save them. I think this is definitely a worse Manaform Hellkite deck than the last one, but it didn't turn out so bad. We have actually a similar amount of draw. It's just that the payoffs are not as good, right? I don't have Raconteur. I have this Frenzied Devils instead of... like, well, I don't know. The payoffs are actually pretty good. Maybe this deck is fine. Right, because I have the Wizard now as well. With, you know, I have the same number of Flame Breathers, same number of Hellkites. I'm down a Raconteur, but up a Wizard and a Frenzied Devils? Maybe I don't need the Frenzied Devils. But if I'm running double Heirloom, I think this is fine. Nine creatures. Alright. I'm gonna give it a go. Oh, let me double check the mana distribution. I assume 9/8 is fine. Yeah, sure. I missed that Storm Chaser Drake though. That guy was a hero and a half. Now, the wizard only goes off once per turn. It's going to be a lot worse with this style of playing a million instants. This is fine. I'm willing to impulse on 2, even though it means I won't be able to play the land I get. I think I'm willing to do that. I don't need full control. I hit the control button because that's part of my mute key and I need to do some more coughing. The thing is, like, on 3, I probably just want to play the heirloom. So, like, impulse, I guess impulse is fine. It might draw me, like, a land and something else I'm willing to play. I don't know. Okay. I can play the island next turn and that's good enough. I don't even need to play the Fear of Death. Actually, I could play it if I had to, because the heirloom gives me more mana, huh? No, it only gives me 1 mana, silly. Okay, all things considered, that was a pretty good Reckless Impulse. Wow! Countering my heirloom. Okay, sure. That's pretty cool for you. This is a fine way to tap. Another heirloom. I could just anger that now. What am I going to do? Anger one of my own creatures, lol? Turns out I could have angered one of my own creatures. But I think I'm just going to sack this, like, instantly on defense. Because I don't really care that much about having this flyer, and I do care about their Geist being dead. And not hitting me. Alright, what are you going to do? Sure strike me or something? I don't care. Nope. What? Oh! I forgot they... Oh, oops. Okay, that was maybe not so good. But it's not the damage, and I don't know. I don't mind this. Definitely an erroneous play, though. Looking for some more draw. Okay, or a Hellkite. I think I can just play the heirloom now. Like, it would be really nice to be able to play Hellkite then heirloom, but I don't get to do that. This is going to give me more fuel for the heirloom turn, or the Hellkite turn, assuming that I draw, like, a draw card or something. Okay, all the impulses sort of paid off. We finally made it to our good card. Okay. I wouldn't mind bouncing that with Hellkite, I think. Well, obviously the Hellkite won't bounce, but like playing Hellkite and then playing a bounce card. They can't counter right now. I might go in with the Frenzied Devils first to see if I can bait out some removal. And also, it's just solid damage, I think. I don't anticipate that they'll block here. But if I want to bounce this anyway, should I do it now to get in more damage? Or, like, I don't think I want to wait until their upkeep. I was thinking about that before I drew this, but now... Now we're just going to get rid of this. Next turn we have Hellkite and Lantern Bearer, the Frenzied Devils, which should be pretty gross. Red, white, and blue. Okay, what do you need more of? And why are you doing it now? Red. Okay, well, that would have been a reason to hang on to Retrieval, I guess. But getting rid of their, like, that creature seemed like a pretty solid win condition for them. So, if I have 8 mana, which I do, I can actually play all 3 of these cards, even if it's not amazing value, to give a flyer flying. It would just let me get in 3 damage. And also use this card usefully? Sure. It's not like I can bluff by holding it in hand. They knew it was in my graveyard. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. Should have maybe waited to tap this one? I'm not sure. Wouldn't mind picking up one of my many draw spells. I think that would be just absolutely stupendous here. I don't think that's a contentious statement. This is not it. Now they're gonna get all this stuff. Ugh. I maybe should have sacked this, actually. Because it would have given me, like, 6 damage next turn. To enchant this thing and summon a... Yeah, I think that was a big mistake. This one? I don't know. Okay. Well, I can do it coming up, I suppose. Won't be nearly as cool. Sure. I guess I'm dead? No. They only have 5 damage. They might have no more. Really should have sacked this. Oh my god. I guess I'd still be dead. Because it only cost me 6 damage and they're at 8. But that obviously would have been an improvement. And maybe they would have been afraid to attack? I don't think so. None of this stuff was going to block mine anyway, right? I mean, it could have, but I don't think it would have wanted to. On the one hand, this hand does nothing. On the other, it does have some draw. And it can slow him down. And I don't know. Give it a try, I guess. I could, like, play the Anger immediately to just draw, but I don't have anything better to do with the mana next turn at the moment, so I think I'll just take the 1 extra damage from it. I will save my mana for next turn so that I get to deal 1 extra damage. They can't syncopate me or something, so yeah, playing this now is fine. Okay. Doesn't have flash. I can play this as an instant. I don't see any reason to play it now. I guess it might help me decide whether I'm attacking with this guy, but I think there's very little reason to block with him. I'll just hold this mana open and make opponent afraid of counter spells or whatever. Plus, I'll get to see more of what opponent is doing before I decide what I want to draw. Usually this is decided for you by like just which cards are generally good, but occasionally, you know, playing methodically like this will reap some small benefit. I don't really need to stop there even. I'll get priority, it'll ask what I want to do. Gonna play a 4th land? Hello, are you there? Not you guys. You're cool. I can tell you're there. I can see it through your webcam. It's opponent, I'm wondering. Ah, I get it. I'm not really spying on you. That's the joke. Okay. Pass to end. Why am I being offered that? Usually, it doesn't bother. Oh, it's because I entered full control exit. I see. Behaving this way doesn't just make opponent, like, worry that I might counter something they're going to play on this hand. It leaves them wondering, you know, hey, maybe he has something that can counter me next turn. Ooh. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm not actually sure if I should play these guys now, both of them. Or do I play one and then play the heirloom? I get a little bit less damage that way, but I really want the extra mana, I think. So I play just one. And then the heirloom. And this way, next turn I'll have 7 mana. Actually, does that matter? I want to play this and this next turn, so there's almost nothing I could want to do with the extra 1 mana. So I might as well go for the extra damage. Wait, I'll have 7 mana next turn anyway, right? I can play Heirloom and then play this. It's just a question of whether I'm spending 3 mana this turn on the heirloom or 2 mana on the Flame Breather. And I'd obviously... Well... Right. 1 extra mana specifically for next turn only is what I would get by playing this now, and I don't think that's very useful. I could draw, like, Retrieval, and I think that's about it. Maybe... No, I have another Anger in there, I think. What are you doing? Thinking of bolting it, I guess? I guess I might as well leave red open. I don't know. In a sense, leaving red open is telling them I don't have bolt, because leaving it open threatens bolt, but Arena isn't pausing for me yet. Okay, well now, this is the kind of card that makes me maybe wish I had played Heirloom earlier, but I'm going to just play this, then presumably play Heirloom, but we'll see. Maybe I'll want to play more draw instead. Probably not, but I might want to play whatever shows up here. Frenzied Devils cannot be played at this time. If I don't play the Heirloom now, then next turn I will have 7 mana, which will be insufficient to play the Heirloom and also a cool spell. What if I played the Heirloom now? Then next turn I would have 8 mana, which could play like Frenzied Devils, but I'm not sure what else. Wait. I could play Heirloom and then Devils next turn, but then the Devils don't get the bonus. It's confusing. An advantage of holding Scattered Thoughts is that I can leave mana open on opponent's turn, I suppose. But I think I'm just gonna put down the Heirloom and figure something out. Fear of Death is actually not that bad right now. Shuts off their 2/2. Sure. I don't want you gaining any life, thanks. Well, I should have done that first so I would know what I was milling, I guess. Well, no. Yeah, I guess I should have. I still could have played the Heirloom and then played whatever. Okay, so this is 8 mana, which is just enough for this guy plus Rending Flame on the 2/6? Oh no, why Rending Flame? I'm gonna make the Devils fly. That's gonna be hilarious. Yeah, that should be game over, right? Two damage. And this would be a 6/6. This is a 1/1. Yeah, it's 9 exactly. Lethal on board. If you count the stack as being the board anyway. Got him. Okay, I should have seen that coming last turn when I was planning things out. but I didn't think of it until just in time, which fortunately is soon enough. Sort of by definition. How did I end up losing my 1/1 that game? I don't remember. My flyer. Was this the game where I blocked the Geist? It wasn't, because that was the blue deck. This guy was just red, black, and not a lot of mana. I lost my 1/1 somehow. Did opponent kill it? What happened? Oh! No, it got milled. I see. It got milled by fear of death. That's why I don't remember playing another one and having it die. And why I didn't see that plan, because I hadn't yet... Until the end of the turn, when I played Fear of Death kind of impulsively, I didn't yet know I would be able to make that play. Actually, I'll do this. Am I still running Throngs? Do I have 2 of them? I think I do, but... hang on. Yeah, there's nothing in my hand that I want to, like, leave blue untapped for. And I can't draw anything that would make me want to leave blue untapped, so this is fine. Green, white. Okay, so humans and counters. Yeah, I would rather play this mountain than this one, I guess. Just checking whether there was some reason I should not play it, and there wasn't. What are you? You're a 2/1, and I'm not allowed to block you, basically. Let's see. I can just barely get the heirloom down and still play this. I won't be able to play any lands I draw, so if I draw 2 lands, this is going to be a bit disappointing. But I do want to play it in this order, because I can't do this and then heirloom. It has to be heirloom first. Okay, 1 land is perfect. Why did this light up? Oh, because the opponent was looking at it. Okay. Go ahead, tap my creatures, see if I care. What do we do here? Anger first and then decide? Sure. I think I Rending Flame the 3/1, which is a little embarrassing. No. I can Alchemist's, or I can Cradle of Safety it, right? As a combat trick to give it a buff. It's a little wasteful to spend Cradle of Safety on that. It's really just like getting in a couple damage. I think it would be better to play Throng and hold open some options and just not attack. Just because I have anger doesn't mean I need to attack. I don't want to risk losing the creature, really. That one. That's a little bit of a surprise. I thought you would block my Throng because you want to kill this. And I want to kill the Throng, but okay, sure. The damage seems to be working. They've passed the damage, so I can actually make this trade if I want. I guess I will? I'm not going to do anything weird here. I'm really only running 1 Throng? Okay, I should have cut that. Rude. no attacks, I think? Ah, they tapped this because it trades so well with their Geist. I see. Yeah, no attacks, and then plan to Cradle of Safety to prevent myself from becoming untapped and thereby kill their Geist, stopping quite so much damage from hitting me in the face. I guess it just puts the effect on another creature. But I can bounce that creature. I can just bounce to 2/5, I suppose. Like right now. Yeah, that's decent tempo. Saves me the mana next turn, which I hope that I will need because I'm going to draw Scattered Thoughts. I hope I'm going to draw Scattered Thoughts. Nailed it. Do I need another island? Not really. Just give me more gas. I'm going to play both creatures here. Definitely glad I spent the 2 mana last turn. I don't have it available this turn. I don't think you can even afford to replay this thing right now. Oh, really? Do I have lethal? It doesn't look like it. Let's find out. So I can do 2 more damage with these guys. And 1 more here. That's only 3. I should turn something off. Probably their 4-2. Yeah. Should have done that first, by the way. I could have drawn, or no, the last thing I played was Impulse, right? I could, if I attack with my 2/4, they just chump it here, or not chump, they just block and nothing happens. That would allow me to attack with another creature, but there's nothing I want to attack with, so in we go. And another instant, or another non-creature spell is lethal. Oh, this can't block. I maybe should have attacked with it. Yeah. I don't really want them attacking with their stuff. Maybe should have done it before turning off one of their creatures? Yeah, that would have been better. That's a good card. Taking back more creatures, okay. What about this? How much do they have to block to not die? They don't have to block my 2/4, so I'll leave it back. Although if I attack with both of these, they do have to block one of them. And they also have to block both of these. So they have to block with all 3 creatures. How do they want to do that? Probably kill this, and then this guy is just doing nothing, so I get the 1 damage in with this guy for free. Yeah. Should have attacked with this earlier. I guess it doesn't matter. It's getting the same trade now that it would have then. And now with their entire board gone, I'm under less threat. It would have been nice to wait till the Frenzied Devils could attack as like a 5/5, but as soon as I play an instant or sorcery, they're dead anyway, right? Or I should say a non-creature spell. I think that game was not played too badly. Definitely some small mistakes. Like that one I just was talking about. But overall, fine. Alright, who's next? Dare Angel. Or Darangel? Probably Dare Angel, right? This is fine. I can play the Flame Breather on 2, and then I've got Great Play for 3 and 4. I'm gonna play out double red here. Ooh, okay, that might be an even better play for 3. Because it can let me actually ramp, and I can still play the Anger. What about you? I'd like to play you, but I think... both of these are things I'd like to get down now. I guess I still just play the Heirloom and then the Anger. Fine. And I don't get to attack with it even, which is a little bit sad. Because it does nothing to attack. And I get to draw. What is this? Oh, it's just a mountain. Looks crazy. Now, keep in mind I have 5 mana this turn, not 4, even if I play... You know, it looks like 4, but it's 5. I think, however, I will just play both creatures. Because this thing can start doing stuff once it's on the board. Oh, I forgot to remove the Throng. Whoops. I'm sure there's something better I could play than Throng. Ooh, hello. That's a little scary. That's not bad. Turn off the 6/6. I think it might be a little bit reckless to play another Impulse here. But I have a lot of stuff I need to play. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Just a top-decking machine here. we got a decent chunk of damage in against their life total, which is valuable. Next turn I have Wizard Anger, which is pretty cool. Oh, rude! I was planning to anger up the 4/3 and attack with it. But I don't really want to sack one of these guys. They're the only way I have to do damage. I think actually I'm going to be making enough flyers now. I'm going to get rid of you just so I can swing with the 4, well, the 6/3. I have 6 mana. That's not enough to play both of these and also Reckless Impulse. So I think I have to play Reckless Impulse first, hoping to hit a land. But then if I don't, I'll be playing the Wizard and not activating him. I guess I'd play Wizard and then Impulse, hoping to hit a mountain specifically? I don't know about that. Well, I guess I kind of have to. If I miss the anger, it's not the end of the world. I don't know. Actually, Impulse first gives me 2 cards worth of draw, and I require it to be specifically a mountain. This gives me 1 card's worth of draw, but any color land is fine. Plus it does more. So yeah, we go like this. Okay, either would have worked, it turns out. Alright, can't play both of these, but at least I don't have to draw either of them. Should double block because I have trample. I don't know, maybe they wanted to make sure they didn't lose this creature. It's not totally crazy, I guess. Oh my gosh, okay. So I have 8 mana. I could play the Devils and then Impulse, but that leaves me only 1 mana, and the Devils are attacking as a 5/5? I guess that's okay. Or I could play Devil's Rending Flame and save the Impulse for later. Yes, that's obviously better. But I want to rend the 2/5 or the 3/3? Probably the 2/5. It's creating value like long term. I guess I could have waited till combat to see how they block. That might have been even better. Okay, this is fine. Okay, I'm glad to see that blood token go. Thrilled to see an heirloom. I really don't care about my graveyard. By the way, they only have 1 mountain in all this mess? They're primary black-green, I guess. Splashing red for Child of the Pack, maybe? I think we're killing them this game. Oh my god. Now we're omega killing them. Okay, it took a lot of digging, but we got there. Just how much did I draw that game? It felt like an awful lot. I mean, 11 cards more than opponent, I guess. The deck, like... I don't know, it doesn't require that many decisions exactly. so much as like optimizations. I'd like a red, but this is an okay start. And as soon as I hit a mountain, it gets to be great. Right? Like, there's not like, oh, do I do this or do I do this? Like, which one is better? Should I spend my removal on their thing? Like, I don't really have that much removal to speak of. It's just, like, finding the actual decision that optimizes what I draw from my deck. I don't really care what opponent does, you know? Do I bounce this? I could. I don't think I want to, though. The other colors in my deck are really just there for flavor. I'm actually mono blue, as it turns out. I mean, red-green is going to have more important stuff than this to get rid of. Okay. That is red mana. I'll take it. I could have maybe just played the wizard, actually, and waited on this. I was just so eager to play Reckless Impulse. Recklessly. But I really want to get to a second red, right? I think that's pretty important to do. Alright, found it. It might be better to just chump with this thing. Not yet. I want it to die someday. But I don't have the mana to really do anything with it right now. Do I play the Hellkite or the Wizard first? I think the Hellkite, right? Oh, you jerk! I guess the Wizard, then. Alright. Well, they know my second color is red. This kind of stinks. I keep forgetting to take out the Throng. I want the Wizard to generate tokens. But I also don't want their 4/3 to hit me for 4. I think I can get away with letting this damage it. Because just a single token lets me block with the Lantern. No, it doesn't. I need more tokens. Okay. Well, I can't bounce this on their turn because I don't have the mana for it. Okay, things are getting a little bit bad here. Jeez. Not really what I was looking for at all. Reckless Impulse, I guess, is pretty good. Okay. So we're bouncing the 4/4, I guess, and then blocking the 4/3. Combat tricks would ruin me, but a lot of things would ruin me at this point. We can't get too caught up in it. What are they thinking about? I have to do this before blockers, yeah. I'm sure they welcome the extra blood tokens, but I can only do 3 damage right now, not 4. You know, Wolf Strike or Sure Strike are all great, but this makes them spend it. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh. Man, I only have 1 red mana at the moment. Okay, so we have to impulse into mountain, I guess? Would be nice. No mountains. Ah! Just endless red spells. Come on. I guess I'm dead. Like, not dead on board, but... The fact that this is not Flash is really a problem. Okay. God, them killing that heirloom was so brutal. I would be stomping them this game if I had 2 red mana, I feel like. I don't know what's in their hand. They could have some removal for the Hellkite, and then the other stuff would not be that effective. Okay, that's not so bad. They spent a lot of their mana on that, and I can still chump with a 1/1. I guess it is fairly bad. Okay, Oh, and this does 3 damage, huh? I mean, what am I supposed to do? There's nothing, right? Anger one of their things to draw more red? It doesn't help. Spending red to gain red. I guess killing one of these guys shuts off some damage. But... it's impossible, right? I guess I have to anger one of their things to draw something that could somehow help. Okay, that's not it. I guess it should have been this anger, not that it matters. There's that Throng I should have removed, very funny. Okay, see ya. I mean, I did keep an opening hand with no mountains. And I did hit 1. I could have mulliganed for, like, an earlier mountain. I don't know if I should have or not. As it turns out, that would have... Well, who can say whether it would have done better than my result? It certainly couldn't have been worse, because I lost, and that was the worst possible result. But you could argue that losing by a lot is worse than losing by a little. I think the expected value of doing that... I keep forgetting about the Throngs. Alright, at least it's a 2-drop. Would be better than what actually happened. But is it better than the expected value of what actually happened? Of the play I actually took? I don't know. Anyway, this is like not that bad an opening hand, despite having a stupid card in it. Can't believe I'm running this. The games are so long, I forget to go edit the deck. I want to, like, put a stop on, like, the post-game. But they don't have that button up here. Pretty cool. Can't do anything about it at the moment. Such a stupid card. 1 mana? This is the hand you kept? By the way, this is the reason I played red instead of blue last turn. Because this is the only way where it matters that I have red to play available before playing a land. Okay, well, if opponent is stuck on 1 mana, we should be in pretty good shape this game. I don't think that's an overstatement. Okay. What kind of 1 mana hand do you keep? Like, yeah, a 4 or 5 card 1 mana hand. If you mulligan several times and you're down to like 4 cards but only 1 land, I guess you might keep that, maybe. But a 7 mana? That's crazy. You must have had some really good 2-drops that you wanted to play. Okay. I can edit the deck. I remember. So instead of Throng, I could run Chill of the Grave. Or Ambush. But this has draw. We like draw. I don't own any zombies. Fine. I'm just going to take an Ambush. It might help me, like, keep one of my creatures alive. That's why we lost those 2 games, was because I had Throng. There's honestly no other explanation possible. The deck wasn't perfect, but now it is. Four and 2. Still a better deck than, like... Or a better performance than the recent, like, 3/3s or whatever they were. Trubuk? I mean, what do you expect when you open Manaform Hellkite? Good things are going to happen. This is great. You know, I wouldn't mind a 3rd mana, maybe. But I'm going to open with the Flame Breather, not the Visionary. Ooh. Okay, just straight running that out. Okay. Because on 3, I want to play Impulse, I think. I don't want to be, like, beholden to tapping this thing. Honestly, the Visionary has not impressed me this I don't know. That's not true. It kind of hasn't, right? It's been like a 2-mana card that so far has been, like, at its absolute best. Every time I've tapped it, I've hit a sorcery, and I've, like, or a spell, and I've played them every time. And so it's done, like, 2 damage to me and drawn a card, and, like, I guess once it was okay as a creature? No, you can't remove my thing. You don't have any mana. Don't look at it. Okay, lands, please. Like 2 lands would be perfect. 1, I'll take it. One and another thrill. Okay, if you have a combat trick, you win. But I think you don't. Okay. They were just attacking to gain life, which is perfectly reasonable. How do I want to tap here? I don't think I'm likely to want to play Alchemist's Retrieval, even for 2 mana, if I, like, draw a mountain or something. But I guess this is fine, then I can just Anger to cycle it. If I don't draw any land. Oh, it's beautiful! And now they can't attack with the 2/2 so easily anymore. Okay, Ragged Recluse is no problem. I'll do this. I don't need this thing that much, and I don't want you gaining life. You have a combat trait, like, cool. Looks like you don't. Okay. Now, if I have multiple cards exiled but playable, can I tell which one like came from where so I remember which one is important to play? I don't think I easily can. Anyway, what did opponent do last turn? They just spend 2 blood? No, they haven't done any. What's happening? Oh, they played this, sure. Gosh, was that only last turn? It feels like hours ago. And why didn't you transform it? What? We can play the Hellkite here, I guess? Keeping open blue for bounce. In case they try to bleed it dry. I could have played the wizard, I guess. I don't know. Or, oh, no, this was good enough. I think, or maybe I should have played the devils and just, like, add a creature on board that I don't mind blocking with if necessary. But apparently their hand was just not good enough to compete with a Hellkite. Okay. They were stuck on 3 mana, I guess, was another thing. Probably also stuck on another color, if I had to guess. See? We didn't have the Throng, and so we won the game. The Serpentine Ambush was really the carry here. It being in the deck. Very important. Smith B. I thought that was a double H, and like you're supposed to pronounce it Smith, but no. Okay. I read more carefully. This is fine. I don't have any blue, but I have an heirloom. I don't have a 3rd land, but I have an impulse. So the hand has some flaws and some things supporting the... Anyway. I'm gonna play this. If it hits 2 lands, I don't really care. Great. I'm not gonna play the Cradle of Safety, but... it's still fine. Ooh, knife time. Always have a nice time when you're having a knife time. Cool. Pretty good card for you. So, I have 5 mana here. Opponent could have, like, Rending Flame or something. But I think I just have to run this out anyway. And I'm not going to play the Anger yet because I'd like to get damage with it. I'd rather just put this out. Okay, they're dumping hand, and yeah, attacking with a 4/3. Oh, they're not even attacking. Are you crazy? What would I do, block with my 4/4? That's insane. Okay. They only have 1 white mana. There's nothing on 1 white that can kill a creature that I have, so I'll just draw. Order was wrong. Should have played this. Well, no. I couldn't have played the Flame Breather and then yeah, this was the best order I could do, actually. Okay, we do need to, like, hit a draw card fairly soon, though. We're completely out of gas. No, I'm being lacerated. Oh my god, it's the best draw in the deck! Leave red untapped, though. Just in case I want to play 2 red cards, like Double Anger or something. Well, we want the Impulse, obviously. Do we need a land? Not as much as I want just, like, a spell that does something. It doesn't do a lot, it must be said. Opponent gaining all this life is very upsetting. Okay, a wizard is great. I forgot to play my island. Ah! Oops. I didn't realize that was in exile or something, or I just completely blanked on it. I, like, did not know it was in my hand. Okay. Probably won't matter too much. Saved 1 life. Or 1 damage, I guess. By removing the target they were trying to give the thing to. Okay, 1 more draw spell. Might be enough. I don't know. We don't really have that much. They had to pay all their mana for that, but it was well worth it. Now they start getting in 5 damage a turn. And I don't have any, like, threats anymore? Sure. Oh, how cool! You get to untap those. Oh my god. I'm so jelly. Sure, this doesn't matter, but... They're actually going to gain 4 life. I hate this. Okay, so much for that 1 draw spell thing. I don't know what I need. Scattered Thoughts into Frenzied Devils? Not a mountain. Mountain was not what I needed. Hold everything back to block this? I guess. I need to focus more on controlling the board, apparently. God, it gets to triple trade as well. It's gonna have enough attack, enough power, whatever. I'm gonna lose this game. It seems fairly clear. I don't know. There are still draws I could have that might be good enough, maybe. Combat trick would be ruinous. Yeah. Pretty bad. Okay, I don't want to have to keep clicking resolve. That is not it. Making it a 4-2 doesn't really accomplish anything. Can we resign yet? I mean, we're not dead. I don't think I have anything that wins from here, though. Yeah, just, not enough, like, filtering to get through those lands, and I didn't hit enough draw. That was the game where I, like, forgot to play one of my islands, right? Definitely turned out not to matter. Alright, I mean, 5 wins is not bad. I'll take it. Would have liked more. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.